Wow. Sprung that one on me.
Welcome. I'm Jess, your host for this topic talk. And today we are going to talk about what scares you. Cal's going to tell us in 1 to 2 minutes maximum. What scares you the most in life?
On a physical level, it's like I don't know why. Well, I think it just is like the hostility that can be in the world, but like probably like being beaten up.
Really?
Yeah, like beaten up at night or something like that. I used to feel it more when I had a walking stick. Like I used to be more like, oh God, but then I was also like, I felt like I had a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I live in a good area, so I feel fine, but I don't know, like if I get off a tram and it's dark, like other people can't see what I'm seeing, and I sort of look, I know I put on more of a front that looks more like, yeah, I'm fine with this walking. Like I can totally do this coordination really confidently. So if I was ever mugged, I'd just be like scared of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually the truth. But I would be afraid of not reaching the potential of what I think I can in this lifetime, in this given vehicle.
Mm-hmm. That's a really interesting one, because even if you exceeded your expectations, your goalpost would move.
Yeah, wanting to live in the world that we all want to live in, where we're empowered and emotionally resilient and connected. And so that's a very big vision. And I'm always sort of going to that. And I may, yeah, I don't know, like maybe it's not the vision, it's the how bit that is like, oh, what if I don't get, I used to be really afraid of this actually. Like after I had my stroke, my God, I had do you remember that film? What was it? 2012. Yeah. The thoughts that I had around this film and thinking that, I had my stroke in 2000 and very end of 2008. So 2009 and 10 was taken up with rehab. And yeah, it was coming. It was like 2012 was around the corner. And I'm like, what's the point? If there's like a year, like why am I even here? And we're obviously many years past that now. But I was really afraid that there was no point. And when I stopped, like with my psych, I had to really work through this, but I stopped like looking into this kind of finite ending point, and I started to just focus differently. I stopped focusing on like any form of end, and I started focusing on like what mattered to me, and that was at that point it was my physical health and my friends, like my relationships, and probably that hasn't changed really when I think about it, because my relationships is you, it's us, and I probably still focus on those things. The extra bit probably is like developing a social enterprise to achieve the missions that we're setting out to connect each other and become more resilient. But yeah, not achieving the thing that I wanted was such a big fear.
It's interesting because as long as you're on that path, you're in progress of that. Like when you have such a big vision, it kind of is endless.
That is, you're so right. And I think um like Simon Sinek, if you're watching and you haven't heard of Simon, but like look into his stuff and the infinite game, like when I understood that there is there's a there's there's an there's a vision for things rather than this. Like, I used to want to get to Broadway, but then it was like, so if I get to Broadway, then what's the next bit? There'll be something else. But it was all self-serving, and it the end point was my ego, and that'd be a bit of a wasted opportunity. So it's not to say that like what I could have done, I could have grown and maybe entertained people in a different way or had impact in that way. But I think just given the tools that I've got in my tool belt, they're put to better use now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd agree, because I mean, you get to use all sides of yourself. It's not just one side, and you impact more people, which is also a nice side benefit. All right, now guys, love to hear from you. What scares you most in life? Let us know in the comments below.